세러데이 쇼다운, 립샌드박스 대 농심 레드포스.
But imagine if it is the Nautilus mid or the Nautilus jungle and they go like Lulu.
Yeah.
And you're playing Braum into Lulu, you're going to be feeling pretty bad. As, yeah, Doran back on Gnar duty. So this is a peak KT composition, I think. BDD, right, on a champion that has a lot of agency, is able to start off fights. Keen on a carry, Cuz in a facilitative role where he can do a lot early. Synergizes really well with his top side as well, particularly, you know, the 2v2 of Sejuani and Jax. Really strong.
It is time for our first game. KT taking on Genji.
There's no AP threat, right? Most of the damage is going to come from Chovy and Pace, so Counter-Strike gets insane value. But on the flip side, you're also playing into a team with a ton of CC. Between the Gnar and, as mentioned, Braum and Maokai, actually getting access is going to be very, very tough. Is teleported back, but his wave definitely is in dire need of some fixing. And Keen can just kind of leave. Oh, he's going in though.
Peanut in a great position to start this one off. Twisted Advance is going to be there. The flash has to come out, and there's the flash to follow. Keen going to get hopped on. Does manage to leap out, utilizing his ward in his back pocket, but that is a flash. So they don't have to worry about the ultimate, as there is a bear in the mid lane. Rocket jump forward there from Chovy, as he's going to have to get out of there. There is a very angry bear, and you can't put out that fire, unfortunately. Not as this Tristana. Yes, you are dressed for the part, but I don't think it is actually functional.
Keen.
This is the Jax top lane gank? Okay, Keen's going to move on in there, and Chovy is going to miss all of this CS. Yeah, and Doran doesn't actually know. Gets the information a little bit late there as Keen has pressed his ultimate button. The hop does come through, but Permafrost is going to be there. The prison is down, and Cuz will pick up first blood. But as far as tank busting is concerned, I mean, Tristana is one of the best in the game for it, right? You can build almost everything that has to do with melting tanks, and they can build as much armor as they would like, and you just generally still manage to turn them into butter. So maybe not necessarily quite as much of an issue, but does mean that itemization for someone like Cuz is then very, very comfortable. And already you're just a pretty good tank. As another bear comes down, it just bears. It is like a bear sanctuary here in this mid lane. Do they have those? We don't have bears in Australia, so it's confusing. As Cuz is going to get found by a tree. Chovy not going to be able to come and help him, though, because there is another stun as BDD so aggressive on this Annie. Man,
should not be allowed to get a kill here. We also see Keen moving over.
Teleports coming from everywhere. The Nature's Grasp come down, but can they actually get there in time? The Drake is secured by the Aphelios somehow as the Whirling Death comes in, and he gets the cash in, but can they actually stay alive in the fight? Chovy's already dead. Delight as well. Doran's going to have to try and hop out, but it's a leap strike for the double, and Keen is flashing to get even more. Peanut does make his way out of there. KT win the fight, but the cash in does come forward. BDD, can he actually get the kill onto Pace here? He doesn't have flash anymore.
Pace is sitting on 2,600 gold, and a large part of that was picked up just now. Essence Reaver now done.
Okay, well, Keen is dead, guys. Trying to get out of there. Just the explosive shot is going to be enough.
Definitely him.
Gravitum Severum here for aiming. Now gets the Infernum out. Chovy in position. Hook is going to connect onto Peanut, who is just going to evaporate. Dies so quickly. Cuz locks this one down, and now it's the aiming show in this pit. Decent little knockback there to stop Keen from being too much of a problem, but they still have to vacate the area. Pays just gets dove on by the raid boss Jax. The Prom King's underneath the turret as well, as Chovy is taking lamppost after lamppost to the noggin. BDD uses his whole health bar to help tank as Doran just gnaws Keen towards the turret, but Keen does not care about it. Going to be coming in here as Peanut has started it off already. They managed to find BDD on the flank here, but can they actually win is the question. Peanut's right in there, does manage to take their first dragon, but he's put in prison immediately afterwards. Keen dives forward, but he's been shown the door. A lot of tanking being done. Three-man Gnar from Doran. Could this be the moment? Keen was tanking forever, and the Aphelios is just doing whatever he wants. Aiming is untouched in the fight, and yes, Peanut manages to get one back, but he's now just stuck in the plants as a plant himself. It's a little bit sad as over they go. Oh, that was almost very, very cool from Lehens, but they'll be able to get a turret for it at least. And as now he's just going to walk towards Doran and Delight, I guess.
Pace is so far behind, right? 2.5k gold here on this Draven.
All right, that's a fadeaway jump shot into the hook as well. Massive massive knock-up with the depth charge, and they just say goodbye to Delight. But it's another big knock from Doran, but he's just way too weak. There's nothing he can do. Max range hook! And Lehen says, remember me! I now play for KT, and we're going to kill your Nexus. Because he's just been everywhere he needs to be. Now he's going to find Peanut. The flash forward, another hook is going to land. The POG Wanters are battling for it here, and Aiming's going to be able to grab that kill thanks to both of them. And yeah, that should definitely be the Baron. And now Delight wandering around. I have a feeling he might just be dead. There it is. Santa Claus is going to get a present of his own. And there is no way he's getting out of this one. BDD grabs that kill, says thank you very much, and Gen G going to be looking towards game number 2.
Contemplating flashing, but wouldn't have done anything, so decides to hold onto it, and oh, they're not done. They're still going.
Oh, the Goon Squad of Tibbers, Annie, and Nautilus. They do get the ward in, and yeah, Doran is very dead. BDD sends Tibbers away, and they give the kill to Aiming. All right, over the wall goes the Q as over the wall goes Doran as well. We'll see how far behind they actually are, because this is a decent little start to the fight. Doran's going to have to get out of there. Does manage to do so. It's Keen. Dives on top of the Draven. Where did he go? I know it's a just disappearing act Houdini Draven here in this game, because he was there for a second and then he wasn't, because this Jax is just too huge. Chovy, you're not going to be able to put out this fight no matter which skin you choose, and the inhibitor going to go down. Next one surely to follow. Or just Nexus turrets. They might just take this one and then choose to end the game. As Chovy's going to get teleported on here. The last man standing underneath these turrets. Don't think it's going to be enough, and KT will just get to work here. Hook not going to quite be there, but Aiming, he can flash forward. Chovy just going to rocket jump to the base. And Lehen standing stalwart, giving them the double thumbs up. You love to see it. And KT will win game number 1 extremely decisively.
KT?
Look at this damage difference for Aiming and Pays. Like, we haven't even been talking about Aiming. You mentioned earlier that they shouldn't have even been able to win that lane. They crushed the lane.
At this point, I'll trust Keen. Like, I'm trusting this man.
I think Ornn fits the composition way more, so he's going to play that one instead. Okay. I would have loved it if he had just insta-locked the Gnar and then lost, and we went to 3 games.
So Ornn is better. Ornn is actually amazing here, because the one thing your composition was lacking was reliable hard engage. Now you have a great front to back. You have early pressure. You have a lot of lethality with that Volley Baron Annie combo. And now you also
Annie? I'm ready for that. 3-game sample size now. That is so much sample size. Let's get into game 2. Okay, Aiming is a little bit far up here as Pays did the wraparound, but it looks like they're going to be okay for now, just losing a bit of that health bar. Severum going to help out.
There's a reason why you can give like a tiny bit of auto range and it can completely change so many matchups. BDD.
Yeah, Chovy going to get that body slam down. Very nicely done. Good flash as he gets the double incinerate stun as well. Still, BDD had to burn that flash, so a big win for Gen G, but it looked very cool on BDD's side.
Ooh, Kaz could be doing a lot of damage here.
He does come out of that brush. The Rolling Thunder finds the target. The thing that I'm looking forward to seeing here on KT's side is when we get Bear and Cat roaming together, because that is a lot of power. Stand aside to come in here as Pays presses his cleanse button just to make sure that he can get this aggression down, because he's rolling on in. The flash comes out from Pays, and Kaz not going to be able to get the stun. Pays now trying to turn it. Nice prowling projectile onto Pays to slow him down. A lot of pings out here as the Bear is moving towards mid lane. Chovy's going to be checking it. As good little stun to come down. The Bear to follow up as well. Which Bear? Tibbers is the one I was talking about. As Pays moving on up as well. So Chovy once again low on health, but still not going to be too worried. Did have to flash in that instance.
And Peanut standing on a ward here.
Oh, because we're standing on a barrel, there's another one as well. Good shield to come forward as they should be able to take him down. Oh my god, he survives for so long, and now Aiming is moving up. Will be able to grab himself the killer's delight. He cannot do anything when he's by himself. They trade back nicely, but first blood over to Gen G. He's already 20 CS down, and they're trying to take him out of this one. All right, we'll be able to get some knockups here. Stops the Vault Breaker. There he is, trying to get out of there. Bellow's breath is decent as Chovy trying to tank it up. Keen, is he going to be able to get a kill back? The answer's no, because Peanut's the one that picks up the aggro. Beautifully played. Keen did everything that he could to try and avoid that, but Gen G were too good.
Crazy considering how often she's been hit. Oh, another one.
Yeah, that's the flash forward. Not wanting to waste any time here as the cease and desist comes in, and Keen says, all right, I will have to desist. And in fact, the game will desist as well. That would be illegal.
That's worse.
You know how there's like a forbidden item was purchased in this game?
Yeah.
That is a forbidden lesson.
Forbidden
to be
language.
taking on broadcast if you want Atlas to come to work tomorrow. Together.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Hey!
Hey! Wow, it's much more responsive than I remember. As here we are, goodbye item, and back goes a BF sword and a critical. So
On the other end of the wall, but not going to be the case, as now Peanut is far ahead of this Volibear.
oh yeah, and Cuz now gonna have to try and get out of here. Does so with the ultimate as gets knocked up to Peanut, but the engage, they've just caught aiming out of position and he is eradicated. The cat to follow up as well as Doran just destroys the Volibear underneath the turret, and KT have fallen apart.
Like retaking control when there is so much extra places to hide for the enemy team. To friend you, to deny vision is really, really rough.
Yeah, Keen
Is this Ornn?
probably does not want to be here. He is without an ult and without a open in heck. Surviving that one. Yeah, well and truly dead.
Keen and Doran receiving the same treatment back to back.
Does have, you know, yeah, it's not going to really help out. Zonya's very cute. As Doran just going to dive in, look to try and get an engage. He does take the entire kitchen sink, but that is still going to be a kill for the Draven. The Whirling Death flying through. Doran still stays alive. This guy's just huge. The counter-strike so big on the re-engage, and it is a double in the end, a triple kill, sorry, for FaZe. And yeah, Gen G, they have so much money, they have so much power, they still have the Baron buff for another 30 seconds, and they are going to keep pushing.
Trying to beat the time that KT had in game number 1. Gen G pushing on here. Death times are very short, but with AD carry still alive.
Yeah, Keen, super dead. Peanut is going to help lock down another one. Unofficial quadra kill there for FaZe. The unofficial Penta stolen away. Oh, maybe an opportunity here as Cuz is back alive once again. But the Nexus, not going to be so much. So Gen G to even out this series and really making short work of it after we came back from the pause. Really hope that they can sort of refresh their mental moving into the next game. As you can see, big differences in a lot of these numbers that we can see on the screen. The one surprising thing, I guess, is the fact that Keen was punished so much but still did the most damage on his team. I think they did actually play Zeri Singed. I think that did actually happen at one stage.
Probably one.
But here it is. It is going to be Tom and Jerry there towards the bottom side. So the Rat and the Cat back together once again. And this has been a combination in the past that has been very, very powerful, of course.
It has been such a... Even when Renekton was at his strongest, was a really good counter pick into it. Can completely neutralize a lot of what it does. Oh!
And I was actually going to talk about this, because if you have the Gragas on your team, Kindred's value then goes very high up, right? Because you can put down Lamb's Respite, and then Chovy says, no one else is allowed in here. You know, sizes seem a little bit weird there, because Rats, I think, are generally smaller. But let's just hop onto the Rift for game number 3.
I would say no, because a tree is also not an animal.
I would say it's floor, isn't it? As Sneaky FaZe spotting them out, and it begins. So, is Zeri broken enough to deal with Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, will he make his way over? Keen should be aware, especially due to the Kin remark, that he cannot walk up.
Well, there's the slice. See whether Keen is going to be able to survive this one without flashing. The answer is no, because he had to do so. Peanut takes the turret shot, isn't too worried about it. And good start already for Gen G. Getting that flash out from the Renekton will alleviate a lot of issues. Speaking of issues, here towards this bottom side, Aiming and Lahans are doing a great job. And here is a dive attempt. Cuz is real squishy right now, taking so much. He just explodes. Not entirely sure what the plan was there, but I don't think that was the outcome that they were going for. Yeah.
갖다 따요 실려야 이거 안 닿을 것 같은데 안 닿을 것 같은데 탈진에 그냥 제리한테 걸어줘요. 보임 이거?
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that Cuz thought that he would be able to tank enough early on, that because he's obviously waiting, right? He wants to wait to grab aggro until he's actually...
Dance of Arrows means that, yeah, Peanut can do basically whatever he wants as, all right, Toxic Cask goes down, and yeah, that is a lot of damage. FaZe also taking a lot back because the turret exists, and Peanut and Chovy look kind of okay with that. Orbit Deception flies through, but not actually going to find too much more there. I say Peanut and Chovy, but Delight was there as well. I apologize.
I want to also highlight that it's only 2 marks for Peanut as he tries to go in.
Okay, that's a teleport. Don't know about that one, but the eye, I think, isn't going to be picked up. We don't have Nature's Grasp as Keen has dove forward. In goes Doran as well. Late Counter-Strike to come in here as over the wall goes BDD. The Everfrost is fantastic. The Dominus going to be flashed from Keen, but oh my goodness, the Rat. He pops up and everyone goes boom.
Kindred, very important distinction. I think people otherwise might be confused.
No, I could imagine, and so I just wanted to clarify as much as possible. I'm not going to lie, I think the pause did kind of make me go a little bit loopy. Okay, aiming, yeah, that is a point-blank Rat. The flash, and it's not enough. Contaminate going to be able to take down the Zeri. And this is the problem, right? You give him a couple of kills.
The Zeri walks up and kills him as Keen in trouble here.
Oh yeah, teleport going to come down as well as Nature's Grasp just to try and keep him alive. Body Slam as Chovy comes in will slow him down there. Everfrost comes forward. That sets up the easy 1-2. However, King won't go down without a fight. However, he will definitely go down, and Gen G continue the push. His 2 items now completed. Chovy going to be body slamming over as good charm is going to connect. Doran in a bunch of trouble, but he flashes to get himself out of the way. The final chapter doesn't really do a whole lot of work as Keen teleports in. As KT. Keen does need to be standing in front. But A's going to jump out. Lehens could be in trouble here. Does speed himself up, and now the final chapter going to come down. Gets another flash out of Keen. KT, they will get to relative safety. The cooldowns are looking a little bit dire.
Gonna need to be a hero play here. Somehow, some way, KT need to catch anyone. Can be Chovy, but he's sitting on a bench. He has a stopwatch available as well. Dora,
Gonna find the body slam. Goodbye, Lehens. Keen's gonna go down as well, and Chovy just walked past them and said, no, I'll kill these guys. And he absolutely did. Nature's Grasp, what's that doing, cuz? He's going to dive on top of Peanut, but he doesn't win that battle. Now BDD and Chovy mano a mano here towards the top side. Doran comes in. He didn't get the memo. This is a 1v1. Chovy's like, Doran's a 1v1. Now I have to leave. And he is going to do so. As now Gen G, if they'd like to, they can grab themselves a Baron. And I kind of agree. As level 16 hit here for the Jacks. And nice. Charm is going to connect there onto Doran, but still he does have Leap Strike. Nature's Grasp going to come in. As the turret is going to be taken. Nice work, Keen. Bit of money into their back pocket. However, I don't know whether it's going to be enough as the cask is going to bring Lehens into the open arms of Chovy. And yeah, Keen did get that turret, but now he's going to have to come back home, and they're missing their Lulu. Some desperation now as Peanut going down very low. Remember, Haslam's Respite is going to be able to use it. BDD goes golden. Doran does the same thing. Aiming is just melting, though, as Pays at full health, and he will just keep them in their fountain. Not a lot of options now for KT other than watching their Nexus go down. And Gen G, after getting kind of bopped in game number 1, really turning this one around to very one-sided one. 0 kills for KT here in game 3.
That's good.
Slip up once, and then this happens. 10k damage ahead is Pays.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation. We are here joined by Chovy, Peanut on the side of Gen G after winning their first match of the season. Congratulations, a great start to the season. How do you feel, Peanut? Yeah, I mean, first match, you know, I was a little bit nervous, so too bad we lost the first game, but still we were able to come back stronger for game 2 and 3, so it feels amazing to win the first match of the season. Same. I was pretty sure KT was going full on revenge mode, but still we were able to secure this one, so it feels amazing. And Peanut, we had a major shift in the meta after the MSI. What was the biggest struggles preparing for the summer season? Yeah, because of so many changes and patches, we were really worried about it, but all the players and coaching staff worked so hard to prepare for the summer season, so I'm pretty confident, actually. Chovy, what was the biggest takeaway from MSI?
당연히 보완한 점도 있고 좀 모자란
Well, I
부분도
mean,
이제
a lot of
항상
stuff,
깨닫는
and also
거죠.
we
또
were able to
깨닫고
learn our weakness as well. So with all of those lessons, we are trying our best to apply them to our summer split performance. Peanut, one more time today, you were the one, holding the trophy as you guys made your way onto the stage. How did it feel? It's like summer season is here, and yeah, we actually won spring. Oh, I forgot, but yeah, we did. So it was a really good, ceremony before we started our season, and I'm looking forward to taking the trophy back as well.
그리고 초비 선수에게 질문 드리도록 하겠습니다. 지난 스프링 때는
And
초비
Chobi,
선수가 LCK 로고를 붙였는데
you were the one actually putting that LCK logo on that flag, but today it was Paige, the finals MVP of the spring finals. How did you feel? Were you proud of him?
막내가 하는 거기도 해서
Yeah, I was proud, and the youngest ones are supposed to do those stuff, so I was like, yeah, this is a lot easier and comfortable.
잘 양보를 해주신 것 같습니다. 자, 피넛 선수 2세트는
Peanut, game number 2. You just missed out one vote for the POG on Vi, and we kind of saw the biggest value out of the blind pick Vi. Can you tell us about the pick as well? I mean, Vi, she was really strong starting last year, and I think she's OP right now too. And I played Vi so many times. I'm pretty used to it. It's one of my comfort picks, so I was able to pull off a great play on that.
3세트 정글 챔피언 벤이 꽤
And then
많이
in game 3,
나왔습니다.
we had so many bans targeting the jungle, and then we saw a bit of a smirk on your face before you locked in Kindred. Tell us about that situation. What happened exactly in the player comes?
네.
I was thinking of Viego or Wukong, but we did, think of Plan B when they actually banned so many jungle cards, and Kindred was one of them, so we were not too worried.
조합이 좀 좋다라고 생각을 하셨을까요?
Does Twitch have good synergy with Kindred? I cannot say that's actually the best comp possible, but Kindred was left available, and then once you have Kindred, Twitch and Yumi can actually pop off. So we were like, yeah, this is not bad. This could work.
초비 선수에게 질문 드리도록 하겠습니다.
And back to Chobi. We had the classic Chobi moment in game 3. Let's take a look at this replay where you were able to make a crazy outplay over here. The bomba moment. How did you see this angle?
일단 뭐 상대가 그라스 배치기 풀에 면역이 없어가지고
So no one was immune to my E-flash combo, so I was looking for that angle specifically. So I was, just dancing around the Drake, and they were so close to me, so they could never react to that. So I got the perfect angle to pull it off. I think Gragas is all about actually pulling off that deliveries with the body slam and your ult. Is there any tips on pulling that off? There are a lot of clips you can check out, So a lot of educational stuff online, so you can check them out. And I also played so many Gragas games, so it's all about experience, you gotta play a lot of it.
경기도 많이 챙겨보는 게 도움이 되겠네요. 그라가스 하시는 분들 참고하시기 바랍니다. 자, 이렇게 해서 서머 스프링
Now, this is a fantastic start to the summer season for Genji. And Genji's next opponent will be T1. What is your mindset heading into the second match of the season? Already, we're facing T1, so I'm a little bit worried about it. But based on our recent scrims, I think we are having kind of the best result and outcome possible as we had this 2023 Genji roster. So I'm having some good feelings about it,
또 초비 선수는요?
What about you, Chobi? Yeah, our scrims are going fantastic, so I'm not too worried about our match against T1. And even if we lose, we kind of learn how to analyze our issues and problems and kind of make adaptations right after. So I'm having good feelings too, I'm pretty optimistic about our next match. And we have so many Genji fans out here at Lowell Park today. And some of them even came from Busan, some of them even came from Canada. Any words for all the Genji fans out there?
어떤가요?
네, 조비 선수.
Should I go first?
이런 거
Okay.
잘 못하는데.
I'm not good at this, but
그래도 팬분들이 항상 응원해 주신 거
I just want to
저도
say
느끼는데
we always
또
really
응원을 잘하는
appreciate
팬분
all the
제가 마음만
support, you know.
알아주셨으면
I'm just
좋겠습니다.
really
제가
bad at,
항상 감사
expressing
많이
my
받고
feelings,
있고
but
저도
I
좋은
always,
모습 보여드리려고
always
항상 노력하겠습니다.
sincerely
네,
appreciate
좋습니다.
your
피넛 선수
support,
감사
and I will
한마디
always do my
부탁드릴게요.
best to kind of repay with the best performance possible. It's been a while since we last played at Lowell Park, and thank you so much for coming to support us. And we just want to keep winning because of all of you guys. So, you know, we're gonna do our best throughout the summer season, and I'm looking forward to your continuous support. And this will be the end of the interview from Chovy Peanut, and back to the space. Thank you.